When it comes to the power of the subconscious mind, one does not just get faith or get belief. It's developed. I am telling you, when you start studying Neville Goddard's teachings, you will go through what I call mind fuckery because you just can't believe this is possible. I mean, like, you've heard it, you've read it, you've read The Power of the Subconscious Mind with Joseph Murphy. Like, does this shit really work? And yes, it does. Let me give you a simple example of something that I did for myself in the beginning of my studies of Neville Goddard's teaching. As many of you know, last year I lost my 80-year-old Filipino mother. The last years of her life, she became a massive hoarder, and it was on me to come to her house and start cleaning it. It was a mess. She had been hoarding things for months, and every time that I was throwing things out over the years, she would acquire and stack up more shit. So I had to go in and start cleaning, and it was weeks and weeks of junk that I had to clean. In the midst of cleaning all of her stuff, putting gloves on, taking them off, throwing trash out, and filling bags up, and it was probably the gloves, I lost my thumb ring. I have had this thumb ring for about 10 years. My favorite thumb ring, nothing special, just a sterling silver ring, and I lost it. But I started to apply Neville Goddard's teaching, and I told myself, anything that is lost can be found. So I just started to apply. I said, fuck it, what do I have to lose? Let me just try it. So I went into my imagination. I put my mind into abeyance and went into the alpha brainwave frequency state. He calls it the state akin to sleep. I call it the alpha brainwave frequency state. It is the gateway into the subconscious mind, or more importantly, the imagination, because as we know, imagination creates reality. And all I did was ask myself, well, what does it look like and feel like to find my thumb ring again? And I just kept imagining it, what it felt like to slide it back on my thumb over and over and over. Convinced myself that I found it. Convinced myself. I even had internal conversations with my mother at the time. Mom, I found my ring. I told my 26-year-old son, hey, sweetheart, Mama found her ring. And that's all I did, was just have these imaginal conversations of elation and just kept imagining what it felt like to find my thumb ring again. Some of us will chalk that up as coincidence, but I'm here to tell you it's not coincidence. You start to develop your confidence. You start to develop your faith and belief with small little wins like that. And you'll go, huh, that was the power of my subconscious mind, because 1 month later, I found my ring. Somehow it was in my mom's jewelry box. She must have found it maybe on the coffee table. I don't know. Somehow it got in her jewelry box and I found my thumb ring, and I could have sworn that I was already in her jewelry box looking for this ring, and it was not there. Trust in the power of your subconscious mind. Biblical scripture will remind us in John 12:32, if I be lifted up, I shall draw all men unto me. That means if we are lifted up in consciousness, we will draw all the men that we need to ensure that our wish is fulfilled. We do not have to worry about the how. Trust in the imaginal scene, dip into the alpha brainwave frequency state, relax the mind, and convince yourself that whatever you desire, whatever you want, is already done.